going back to school in your 30s is actually a very tough decision to make. Well, for me, it was a very tough decision for me to make. Just in case you don't know, I actually started medical school when I turned 30, so I truly understand what it's like going back to school as an adult in your 30s. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys 5 tips that actually helped me to make a better decision before I decided I was going to go back to school. So I just hope that this video is going to be helpful to you. Hello lovelies, my name is Adi and I am an incoming third year medical student currently studying in the Philippines. So basically on my channel, I share about my journey as an adult and medical student in the Philippines. I also share my experiences as a foreign student living in the Philippines. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always watching my videos and also for always commenting. I see you guys comment, and if you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. So without wasting much time, let's just head right into the video. I usually do not stand in my videos, but for some reasons I just felt like standing today. Maybe because this is actually a topic I'm actually passionate about, because it's something I can relate with very well. So I'm probably standing so I can actually, we can have this conversation one-on-one. My first tip is knowing your why. Why do you want to go back to school? So if you genuinely can answer that question for yourself, it will help you to make a better decision. Well, for me, if you've not watched that video why I explained why I decided to go back to school in my 30s, I'm just going to link that video in the description box. Make sure to watch it because you would understand my point. But for me personally, the reason why I decided to go back to school was I didn't find that sense of fulfillment. I was literally not super happy with my life, the way my life was going, with the unstable job and everything. And to be honest with you, I was very much interested in working in the health sector. So that was one of my major reasons, or I would say that is my major reason. And I didn't want to go look back in life later, or maybe in my 50s or 60s, and I get to regret why I didn't make that decision. So for me, literally, it was finding fulfillment. So for you, I don't know what your reason may be, so it's left for you to sit down, think about it. Why do you want to go back to school? If you can answer that question genuinely, it will help you make a better decision. And it just came to my mind actually right now that my mom actually went back to university to study mass communication after she had given birth. So basically we are 7 of us in our house. So I remember that my mom actually went back to university to study after she gave birth. So for her, she really wanted to be a graduate. She wanted to be someone who had gone through the university. So I really don't know what your own scenario may be or what your case may be, but I just feel like if you can genuinely honestly answer that question for yourself, it will help you to make a better decision. You don't want to look back later in life and regret that, oh, why didn't I make this decision, or why didn't I go back to school? And like I always say, there is no time that is actually late to make that decision. My second tip for you actually is the school or country where you intend to study. It's very, very important. Regarding your age, for me, I decided to come to Philippines to study because of, one, the educational system here. They don't waste your time. Secondly, if they tell you that you're running a program for 4 years, it's actually 4 years. Unlike in my country, where if they tell you your program is going to be 4 years, you may end up staying in school for maybe 6 years or more than that. So literally, before you go back to school, it's very important that based on your personality or based on your person, you have to sit down and evaluate what country suits you best, what school you should also go to. And also the school and the country you go to actually depends, like I mentioned, on your personality. For example, if you're single or if you're married, if you have kids, do you intend to move to the country with your family? So it's very important that you evaluate all these things. It will also help you to make a better decision. For example, in my case, I was able to just leave Nigeria to Philippines because actually I am single. I don't have kids. I don't have to think about, oh, I have a child at home, I have to worry about and all that. So you actually have to sit down and check all these things to know which school best suits you and which country best suits you, because like I said, there is no time to waste. Literally, for me, I just know that staying here in Philippines is one of the best decisions I made, because I know that in 4 years, literally in 2 years time from now, because actually I'm in my 3rd year right now, I know that at least in about 2 years time I'll be done with my program. So you have to also check the school that best suits you, or the country that best suits you, just in case you live in a country that the educational system may not be in your favor. My 3rd tip for you is stop the procrastination. There is no better time. Like, if you keep procrastinating, you keep wasting time. For me, I just feel like if you really want to do this, then you have to start now. You will never have a better year. There will never be a better time for you to start. And I just feel like if you keep procrastinating, you keep wasting time. Like, you keep wasting time. Immediately I knew that this was what I wanted to do with my life. I just started taking steps. I started in 2019 in 1st year, and now this is 2021, and I'm about to get into my 3rd year. So imagine I kept procrastinating that. I just feel like the main thing is actually for you to start. Don't even worry about how the thing will go, or the number of years you have to waste. The thing is that time flies. It's just left for you to start. Just start. Stop the procrastination today. There will never be a better time. There will never be a better year. So that's one thing I should also let you know. My 4th tip: it's never too late. It's never too late. It's never too late to go back to school. It's never too late to live your dreams. You may be thinking about your age. I always say this. This is something my brother actually told me before I made that decision. I remember he told me, Adi, you're 30 now. You're 30 right now, right? So in the next 4 years, you're still going to be 34. In the next 4 years, you're going to be 38. So it's never too late, literally. All you have to do is starting. Once you start, before you know it, it will just end. I know you may be watching this and you feel like, oh, you've lost out on so many times, you've lost out on so many things. You're wondering, oh, how are you going to cope? How are you going to cope with family if you're married? Just start. It's never too late. That's basically what I believe, because imagine later on in your life, maybe in your 60s or in your 70s, you won't want to look back, and just regret that you didn't take that step or start the schooling which you really wanted to do, right? So I just feel like I should let you know, like talking to you one-on-one, it's never too late to go back to school. So at this point, I'm actually assuming that I've been able to convince you, or at least convince you to some extent, that you should go back to school irrespective of your age. And so this brings me to my 5th tip. So while at it, make sure you have fun. Once you've decided to go back to school, also make sure you have fun. Don't see it as like a huge tax. That was one of the mistakes I made when I started medical school. It was just all about my studies. I didn't create a balance, and so it made me to burn out. I was literally burning out in my 1st year, and I actually made a video on some of the things I wish I knew before starting medical school, which I'm actually going to be linking in this description box. In case you've not watched it, also make sure to watch it. So yeah, while at it, make sure you have fun, create a balance, because if you don't create a balance, literally you're just going to be tired, you're going to literally burn out. And overall, keep God first. Keep God first, because is the one that can help you. There are sometimes you may actually feel literally overwhelmed, but for me, my comfort zone or my comfort area is always going back to God in prayer, worshiping. It's really been a very important part of my journey, and there's no way I would talk about my medical school journey without including God, because He's actually helps me a lot throughout this journey. There are days I literally feel like I'm burning out, but he actually helps me a lot. I pray, worship, it's really therapeutic for me. So make sure you also keep God first and have fun while at it. And with these points of mine, I hope I'm able to convince you that irrespective of your age, you can actually achieve your dreams going back to school. So if you watched to this point, make sure to like, subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section. Actually, when you like my video or when you subscribe to my channel, it tells YouTube that you enjoyed the video and that you enjoy the content. So in that way, they are going to recommend this video to other people on YouTube, and this in turn will help me to grow on YouTube. So please make sure to like. It's actually a way for you to support my channel. Also click on the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that you will know every time I make a new upload. Thank you once again for watching my video and also for listening to my tips. Hopefully this was helpful to someone. I'll be ending this video here. Thank you once again, and do have a blessed and a beautiful day.